White House confirms death of hostage and says ISIS may have another. Iranians march to celebrate Islamic Revolution anniversary. Isaac Herzog tells JPost that Netanyahu is a weak leader. And the White House defends Obama, saying kosher deli attack was random. Shalom and welcome to the Jerusalem Post News. Here are your headlines for Wednesday, February 11th. The White House on Tuesday confirmed the death of American ISIS hostage Kayla Mueller. The administration said that the circumstances of the death of the 26-year-old Arizona native were unclear. ISIS reported on Friday that she had been killed in a Jordanian airstrike. Mueller was thought to be the last American hostage of ISIS, but White House spokesperson Josh Earnest said on Tuesday that the group may be holding one other person.
There is at least one other hostage that is held in the region. But you asked me specifically about ISIL. What I can tell you is that we are aware. We have avoided discussing the individual cases of Americans who are being held hostage, but we are aware of other American hostages being held in the region.
Thousands of Iranians marched throughout various cities to mark the 36th anniversary of the 1979 Islamic Revolution on Wednesday. Every year, the commemoration of the anniversary of Iran's revolution is preceded by 10 days of grand celebration. People marched in the streets and waved flags, and President Rouhani addressed the crowd in Tehran. The first day of the 10 days of celebration is the actual anniversary of the return of Ayatollah Khamenei after 15 years in exile and marks his return on February 1st, 1979. The leader of the Zionist Union Party, Isaac Herzog, was in the JPost studios today to speak with political correspondent Gil Hoffman about the upcoming elections as part of the Jerusalem Post's election arena. He said that he doesn't think Netanyahu has accomplished anything in his 6 years as prime minister.
I think the problem with Netanyahu is his inability to work with partners. He doesn't know how to work in partnership. Whoever was his partner got bitten by him. And therefore, the house fell on our heads because of him and because of his partners. By the way, I think Lapid contributed as well to the collapse of that government at an early stage. And it's part of sickening relationships that have developed in our government. And you expect a government to work in a certain cohesiveness, in a certain dignified manner. And that hasn't been done. Not by Netanyahu and not by his partners. And you know, when I saw it in the deepest sense of the word during Operation Protective Edge, you could see members of the security cabinet undermining the whole government and the prime minister.
The White House came to President Obama's defense on Tuesday about comments he made saying last month's attack at a kosher deli in Paris was a random shooting.
The adverb that the president chose was used to indicate that the individuals who were killed in that terrible, tragic incident were killed not because of who they were, but because of where they randomly happened to be.
They weren't killed because they were in a Jewish deli, though? They were in a kosher deli?
These individuals were not targeted by name. This is the point.
Not by name, but by religion, were they not?
Well, John, there were people other than just Jews who were in that deli.
Does he have any doubt that deli was attacked because it was a kosher deli? This was not
John.
Any random deli.
No, John.
It was a kosher deli.
I answered the question once. No.
And that's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more headlines. You can catch the full interview with Gil Hoffman and Isaac Herzog at jpost.com. For now, shalom from the Jerusalem Post studios.